a baptism from hell, and a betrayal bombshell. Let's drown our sorrows together on Sweetwater Secrets. Hello, River Babes. After a mini hiatus, we are back with a new Sweetwater Secrets after show for episode 313, chapter 48, Requiem for a Welterweight, which should have been called What the Hell Are You Doing, Polly? Do you agree? Tell me in the comments. Now today I'll be bringing you behind the scenes secrets from stars Lili Reinhart and Vanessa Morgan, talking all about the episode's biggest betrayals. Plus I'm giving you a particularly ruthless round of hisses and kisses. But first, let's run through all the basics of what happened in this episode with our blue and gold breakdown. First up, here comes the brainwashed bride. Now, according to the mysterious Edgar Evernever, Alice is finally ready to be baptized into the farm, and she decided to whip out her old wedding dress for the occasion.
Sorry, you're what?
But Betty, as usual, discovered that there's something crazy lurking in this culty wedding contract.
What kind of baptism requires a signed release form exculpating the organization in case of bodily harm or death?
Through Betty's digging, we discovered something old with an escaped farmie, something new like the fact that the farm also believes in ascending, something borrowed as in time, and something blue, which in this case was Alice's body after Betty pulled it from the baptism bath.
She's not breathing.
That's right. Polly, Alice's own daughter, tried to drown her during this hellish ceremony. Luckily, Betty's mom survived, but her sanity is officially gone.
I'm gonna sell this house.
Now, are you curious to know what's really going on with the farm? Yeah, me too. And so is Lili Reinhart, so take a look at what she told me.
I would like to know a little bit more about Evelyn and Edgar. But that's the whole point. You want to know more about her. You want to know what's up with her. What's her father all about? How does she get into this weird power position where she's kind of like her father's disciple almost? So she's a very strange, interesting character. I feel like I would like to know a little bit more about her, but then also that's what keeps it interesting, is that you don't know that much.
She's grown on me.
She's grown on you. You like her.
I like her. She's so weird and so bizarre. I don't trust her at all.
Right.
But I like her.
But you're like, what is this girl's intentions? You just don't know.
You will emerge into the light of your destiny.
We haven't met Edgar yet. You haven't.
We
filmed
have not.
him? Okay. Any updates on that? What should we know?
He's coming.
He's coming.
314. I think. He'll be coming around. I don't know who's been cast yet, but I know it's a 40-year-old looking good man. Good looking man.
Probably with like trusting eyes.
Probably like kind eyes, but you know something's up.
But you know he's creepy.
Right, deep down.
Just like everyone else in Riverdale.
And I couldn't even find a photograph of Edgar Evernever, not one.
Now, we all know that One Tree Hill actor Chad Michael Murray is the man with the kind eyes who will be playing Edgar Evernever. And although I hate to admit it, I feel you, Alice. I'd let that face brainwash me too.
I'll be seeing you.
Moving on, here's the rest of our mini breakdown of what else happened in this episode. Veronica continued to meddle in adult affairs because, well, honestly, I don't know why anymore, but she tried to get her family out of the drug, candy business, so that Gladys Jones could have it all to herself.
Absolutely.
And in gang news, the gargoyles, who used to be ghoulies, have now been recruited to the Serpents.
This is a bad idea.
Can you imagine trying to say that sentence to someone who doesn't watch Riverdale? I breathe this show, and it still sounds insane.
I didn't even know how to make sense out of it.
None of us understand.
Meanwhile, Cheryl has taken over the Pretty Poisons and created an army of bow-wielding mini-me's. But she took things too far when she unleashed her girl gang onto innocent Fangs and Sweet Pea.
Time to show Jughead just how poisonous we pretties can be.
Toni was pissed and promptly put her babe back in place and regained control of the group. But who knows if that'll last. Lastly, Archie is fully into boxing now, and although he originally agreed to throw his first fight and lose to Elio's dude on purpose, Josie helped him see that he's better than that.
That sounds shady.
Archie put up a good fight, but in the end he still technically lost, but he won in another way, which leads us straight into 7 Seconds in Heaven. Oh, all you Archosy fans out there must have loved this episode because it was jam-packed with hard eyes, flirty words, and our first full-on makeout sesh. But to be honest, I was very distracted during their first big smooch. Why? Well, because Archie just got clocked in the face multiple times and should have been in a ton of pain. So the fact that he was nose to nose with Josie just moments after his fight was too unbelievable to me. And once again, I live this show, so if this is what struck me as too far-fetched, something is seriously off.
Are you serious?
As for our other couples, I don't have anything to report. Reggie was completely MIA from this episode, so there was no veggie. Bughead barely spoke, and I'm worried if Phallus even exists anymore.
Okay.
And Shoni was seriously butting heads, which now leads us into hisses and kisses. First up, I'm sad to say this because we literally just met them, but hisses to the pretty poisons, or rather hisses to what Cheryl was making them do in the first episode.
Ladies, introduce yourselves.
Beating up Fangs and Sweet Pea for no reason and using them like a scratching post is a big hiss from me. Plus, it's brand new, but it seems like this new girl gang is proving to be pretty poisonous to Cheryl and Toni's relationship, especially now that we know that Toni has her eyes on a different crown.
You want me back in the Serpents? Make me queen.
Now here's what Vanessa Morgan told me about how she really feels about the Serpents and Toni's future.
I know you loved being part of the Serpents. You as Vanessa, you loved your jacket. Are you a little bummed?
I am bummed. It's kind of like an emotional thing for me. It's like I became obsessed with the Serpents and I love the Serpents and I still feel like I am a Serpent. I don't think the Serpents are over for Toni. I have no idea what the writers have in store, but I mean, she's bloodline. I can't envision her not going back to that. And it'd be really cool if they could incorporate maybe both, like both gangs and you know, the girl gang and combined with still being part of the Serpents.
So where does this leave Toni and Jughead?
I think it leaves Toni and Jughead at a place where they were super close and on the same page, and you know, Toni was Jughead's first friend at the South Side, and they have that connection. And I think this is obviously causing a lot of problems for them. I think Jughead realized he shouldn't have ever kicked her out, and that was a mistake. And I think Toni's just trying to hold strong on it, being like, I want to be the queen of the Serpents and if I'm coming back. So it's just butting heads at this point, and both being two stubborn people, as you know, Jughead and Toni are very similar. And then episode 13, for me personally, I liked how Toni is tough again. I find she's kind of let the relationship take over and she's been a bit softer, and finally she's like holding her ground and being tough. And for me, that's my favorite part of Toni this season.
Yeah. It's been nice to see her find love, and of course we love Cheryl and Toni together, but yeah, it's nice to have her get back to the roots.
Get back to the roots, and then being able to figure out how she can be strong and have a relationship at the same time. Like, you know.
So what does this mean for Sweet Pea and Fangs?
I don't know. I think it's one of those things where it's like sometimes, you know, when you're best friends with somebody and you have a falling out, but then you're going to have that moment of like, come here. You know what I mean? I really hope that I see that from Toni, or Toni going up to them being like, I miss you guys.
What do you River Babes think? Do you want to see Toni back with the Serpents? Tell me in the comments below, but now let's keep it going with hisses. Hisses to the fact that Hiram is back. Blah. And to the fact that Hermione is refusing to stand up for herself once again. And while we're on the subject of Lodge family frustrations, hisses to Veronica because I no longer care about her relationship with her parents. I'm so tired of this back and forth with them because nothing's actually ever evolving anymore.
No comment.
Hisses to the farm for being so ruthless, and to Polly for straight up trying to drown her mother.
But if Mom dies, then her blood is on your hands, Polly.
Oh, and Evelyn, I may be intrigued by you, but if you keep messing with my baby Kevin Keller, then we're gonna have an issue.
She even said she'd introduce me to some cute gay armies.
Lastly, hisses to Archie's storyline so far in season 3. He's either kissing a girl, he's shirtless, or he's getting attacked. Friends, foes, bears. Heck, one time he was even shirtless while kissing a girl, and then he got attacked. And now with this welterweight thing, he's actively choosing to get the crap kicked out of him. Look, Red, I know that if you're choosing to fight your demons this way, that's cool. I love it. I'm here for you. I'm just tired of seeing you on the brink of death every other episode, okay?
Yeah, well, just don't go messing up that pretty face, Andrews.
Switching over to kisses. That first one is going to Betty for saving her mama's life. Daughter of the year, am I right? Yeah. Kisses to Toni for acknowledging that when Cheryl gets a little power hungry, she needs to step up and put her babe back in place. I missed the old Toni, so this was actually really nice to see.
Is this gang mine or yours? It's yours.
Kisses to Josie for always keeping it real with Archie, and to Gladys for being a breath of fresh air in this town. Unlike Hiram, she makes me laugh, so I'm more inclined to root for her evil deeds instead.
That is awesome.
And kisses to the fact that there was no Gargoyle Gang fake out this week. Yes! In fact, there was barely any Griffins and Gargoyles too. Well, except for when Jughead entered that creepy game den looking for what's-his-face.
Are you Kurtz?
And we're done. Thank you all so much for watching the Sweetwater Secrets after show for episode 313, and be sure to check back with me next time for our preview for episode 314, chapter 49, Fire Walk With Me, for more scoop from the cast on what's to come. But for now, if you had fun with me going down this Riverdale rabbit hole, please give this video a like, hit subscribe, and then get your pretty little booties down to the comments and unleash your poisonous thoughts. What were your hisses and kisses for this episode? Do you agree with Lily? Are you intrigued by Evelyn and Edgar? What did you think about Vanessa's interview? Do you miss seeing Toni in the Serpents? Share your thoughts with me, and I'll see you next time, River Babes. Ta-ta!